Welcome to your daily focus for September the 6th, 2022. Well, there's not a lot happening in the sky. There's always transits happening, but there's nothing exact today that's really going to affect our lives. I think we're getting a little bit of a rest period here so that we can gather our thoughts, use the nice calm energy of the day to prepare ourselves for the Mercury retrograde, and then following that, the full moon, and then we have an 11 energy kind of day. So take it as you may, but there's no strong transits today to really have to deflect or step into in order to utilize that kind of energy in the way we want. We will talk about the energy that is present, though, in the sky. So let's start at the numerology. Well, did I even thank you guys? Oh my goodness. So I'm Tilly, if you don't know that by now. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. But thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. I try to say that at the beginning of my videos because I do not want to forget to say thank you. Because you're the reason I'm here. So thank you. The sixth energy today. The sixth energy, we're looking at our health, our well-being, our relationships, our mundane day in, day out routines, work, that kind of stuff. So we're building on just really our day-to-day lives and looking at them and how we can, we are in new moon energy. We will be going into full moon energy on Saturday. So this is the time to change a habit, bring in a new habit, a new behavior, a new something to do, a creative project, a learning experience, a new relationship, getting to know somebody or something in some way. Beautiful energy for that. To assist you with your path going forward. We always want to keep that front and center, don't we? Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it's a 21. So how you get the numerology of the day, for those of you who are newer here, don't know a lot about numerology. You take the month, you take the day, you take the year. So September is the 9th month. The day is 6. And the year is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is a 6. So 9 plus 6 plus 6 brings us to our 21. And in numerology, unless it's a master number, 11, 22, or 33, they're always broken down into a single digit. So then we would take the 21, we go 2 plus 1, we would get the 3. So that's our energy of the day. But I like looking at the 21 energy because it matters how you got to the 3 energy and how to utilize that 3 energy. So it just kind of gives you that much more knowledge in order to use it as effectively as possible. So the 21 energy is about clearing up things, tying up loose ends, getting ready for brand new energy to come in, something brand new to come into your space, into your path forward, into your reality. The 3 energy is about planting the seed, creativity, birth. Okay, it's the Trinity number. It's about creating and transforming. So we can't possibly plant the seed if there's already a house built on the spot, right? We know that. So it's about preparing to plant that seed, or how we are going to plant that seed, or what seed is that. And please just don't tell me it's a daisy, because it could be a Shasta daisy, or it's a beautiful, just regular little white daisy, or it could be miniature daisies, or there's all kinds of daisies out there. I'm not going to go through, Or it could be a black-eyed Susan, which looks like a lot like a daisy, but it's a different color, and it's probably part of the daisy family. We have the Ace of Swords come out here. So the aha moment, the epiphany, the idea that the lightning strikes, the light bulb goes off. But this is where you can really see a new seed being planted in your existence. Something that you want to bring in. Something that you want to create. Something that you want to go forward in. So this is this aha moment. This is epiphany. And this is really thinking it through and getting excited, building your confidence, building your knowledge, building your wisdom so that you can actually go forward in the way you want and take that idea and run with it going forward. I'll put that back in the deck. So we have the sun in Virgo, the moon's in Capricorn all day. So we have very good energy for structure and planning. So this is a day where you may want to organize things. You might want to get your ducks in a row. You want to, we're probably with Capricorn and Virgo, we're probably looking at our careers, maybe our reputations, or different things that we want to bring in, different objectives, different goals, different dreams, desires. And so we can keep a relatively cool head today. There's not a lot of emotion that is attached to any of this energy. So it's good for clear-headed thinking and things that you can just work through and keep that cool head and not let emotion grab you by the and just take you out of the park. Because emotion can do that. Emotion can, we have a great idea and it's wonderful and we want to pursue it. And then our emotion gets in there and all of a sudden we're fearful and we're full of anxiety and we're frustrated. And we just let our emotions overtake us instead of keeping that cool head and saying one step at a time, one step at a time. It will be mine, one step at a time. It will be mine, and keep going forward. So today, strategy building is phenomenal energy for building the strategy, understanding what steps you need to take. See what the cards have to say. So I think by the time everybody's asleep or thinking about going to sleep, the moon will move into Aquarius. So tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll awaken to possible ways to improve our lives, to make progress in our path, to march forward in a very positive and enlightened way. So pay a little bit more attention today to where you want to go and how you're actually going to get there. What steps are needed? What kind of strategy do you need to employ? Let your dreams do all the work tonight while you sleep, and wake up to that Aquarius moon with that aha moment, that epiphany, that knowledge on how to actually go forward and do the things that you want to do and have the best life ever. 5 of Wands is our bottom card. This is playing well with others. Slight competition could be here. Absolutely. This is really a card that says that even though we bring our talents and gifts to the table, everybody else is going to be doing the same. And so especially if you're in a job interview kind of atmosphere, you're trying to impress somebody, it's really about making sure that you are bringing all your gifts, all your talents, all your abilities, everything, your whole toolbox to the table. To not hide anything away because it might bother this person or upset that person. Who cares? It's who you are. And so it's about rejoicing in your talents and abilities, but also knowing that combining them with other people's talents and abilities can bring in a whole level of success that you could never have flying solo. And you're not going to get that kind of buy-in from another person unless you show them what you're made of as well. What you bring to the table. Let them be equally impressed by who you are, because you are an impressive person, even if you don't feel that way. Trust me. Trust me. There's somebody there that sits in awe of what you do, how you do it, what you say, how you say it. So stop taking yourself for granted, perhaps, is the key one here, and really understand that what you want in your life, you can have in your life going forward. Playing well with others, getting along with others. I heard cohabitating, how do you say that? Cohabitating, I guess, would be it. Sorry, tarot card reader. English is the second thing for me, so. Although I only know one language, so. Okay, we got the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is returned in our lives. This is the wish card. This is looking at what you truly want in your life. This is wanting to bring it into your life and thinking about the seeds that you want to plant. These are the seeds that you want to plant. That 3 energy. And it's about making that wish. It's about expectations that it will show up as well. Not a hope, not a dream, not a wish. Remember, we're not all emotional today. We're cool headed today. So we're saying, hey, I need this. So giddy up. Thank you. So this is the wish card. This is really thinking about what you truly want, what brings in happiness and joy into your life, what you want to bring into your reality, how you expect your life to be going forward, and bringing it into transforming your reality into that and the expectation of it happening. So, with this card, I'm going to tell you 9 wishes today, okay? Get out a piece of paper and a pen, and just for the heck of it, okay? Just for some fun, giggles, and what do they call it? And just write down 9 things. 9 things that you want the universe to bring you in order to make your life perfect. Maybe it's a brand new car, a new place to live, new wardrobe, money in the bank account, good health, great friends, great family. But I kind of break it down a little bit into bite-sized chunks, okay? And then expect it to be. Now, will everything just show up? Well, chances are no, okay? Because where are you going to put your focus the minute you say that? Are you going to be actually working towards looking for that house of your dreams? Driving down some neighborhoods and seeing what the neighborhood looks like? Do you want to live there really? Did you want a 2-story instead of the 1 story that you saw the other day? Or like, what is it that you really want? What kind of car do you want to drive? Do you want to drive something that is like, everybody will turn their heads and the doors, just flip up like it's a Batmobile, or it drives on its own? Or do you just want something to get you from A to B, but you definitely want the color red? What does it look like? I mean, spend some time playing with this. Just have a little bit of fun with it today. Okay? What kind of money do you want in your wallet? Do you want $1? Do you want $100? And I'm talking, my currency, but whatever your currency is. Or do you want just enough that you never have to worry about paying a bill out of that bank account ever again? That the money always seems to be in there? How much does that mean to you? Like what? And not how much does that mean to you, like how full is your heart for wanting this, but how much do you really want? Do you want $1? Do you want $50? Do you want $100? And is this a one-time thing, or is this a consistent thing? Is this for years to come? Do you want it to grow as time goes on so inflation doesn't hit you down the road? What about the best meal you ever ate? Maybe you want that to show up in your life. Wouldn't it be funny that if right after you wrote it down, the phone rang or somebody texted you and said, hey, we're headed over to this place because we want to eat this. And you're like, that's my meal. I'm in. So let them worry about how it shows up for you. But I think you'll be kind of amazed if you give it some time, if you give it some energy, if you just don't write down 9 things and walk away from it and just never pay attention to it again. Chances are you're not going to see that because the universe knows you don't really want it, because you didn't work towards anything that you wanted. You didn't ask for anything that you were putting a focus on. So put your focus on it. If you really want that house, maybe start Googling houses in the neighborhood or the neighborhood you want to live in. See what's available. See what they could bring to you. Maybe you want to build your own house on a piece of property. Look for that perfect piece of property then. At least do something to show your intention that you're willing to do something about your wishes and dreams besides sitting there and waiting for them to appear. So yeah, strategy today. Strategy. So if you don't want to just strategize, maybe you don't know what you want to do yet. So here's your wish card. Maybe you want to find a dream job that fits with your qualifications, but you're not really sure how those qualifications go together for that optimum job. Just find it for me, please. Show it to me. And then what do you need to do? You need to apply for it, right? Because they're just not going to come up and knock on your door and say, hey, we found your dream job. Come with us, right? You have to do something. So what is your action after you write that down now? And expect it. And expect it. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles is about rolling up your sleeves and getting to work on your dreams, your desires, what you want in life. This is about slow and steady wins the race. This is about, it's going to take some elbow grease in order to accomplish what you're asking for. So get to work on it. And don't worry if anybody's watching or anybody's looking or anybody's noticing. People are, but you're not aware of that right now. Those people are far in the background. When it's time for them to approach, they will. But the thing I like most about how the artists in this deck did this was you are painting. And I saw, maybe a couple of months ago when this card came out, I saw this, right, as a wall behind a portal or a pathway forward. And so if the path isn't there, we're creating the path. So what is that step you need to take before you can actually take that first step, perhaps? And maybe that's where you need to put your energy, your time, your resources. Yeah, one day you want a website and email addresses and all of that, but that can wait because right now we've got to paint the pathway right into that portal and draw it in. So using our imagination and asking for them to limit the hurdles and the obstacles that you have to move through. Ask them for assistance. They're there for you. That's what they're there for, to help you. But you have to say something out loud, and then your focus also has to be in that exact same place. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So today, your perceptions could change. You start thinking about what you want, and you always thought, Tilly told me to write this down, and, I know this will never happen. Well, first of all, it'll never happen because you just gave it that. But we can reverse that. Don't worry if you already did that and said that, because this is what happens. Okay, we start thinking about it, and all of a sudden it does become feasible that you can step into certain things, that you can go forward in a way that you didn't imagine you could before. Something moves, something changes, something shifts, or it could be just your perception of the situation. It's like being too close to the wall and just pushing. You're getting nowhere. And so you change your perception. You back up about 20 feet and you see 6 doors, 2 windows. But you couldn't see them because you were up too close to the wall. So you thought there was no way through this wall. And you back it up a little bit and you look at it with a wider horizon. That's really been the subject of the last couple of days, hasn't it? And all of a sudden you can see a lot more potential of how you can go forward. It might be taking a night course. It might be getting together with some like-minded people. It might be just taking some time for yourself and nourishing your heart, body, soul, mind in some way, in some form, of loving yourself, believing in yourself. But your perceptions change in some way today, and I think it would be through strategizing about your goals and dreams that you are wanting to bring into your life. The wish card. So that wish card, I think, showed up, it's number 1. So this is a beautiful time to embrace. And you know what? It costs you nothing. What's it going to cost you? Maybe 20 minutes of your time? I'm sure you've sat through YouTube video commercials for 20 minutes today. Okay, so just take the 20 minutes for you. Okay? And take the energy that's available to us today and strategize what you really want in your life. Think about what you really want in your life. Make a wish, so to speak, but tell them this is what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not necessarily in that order. You guys do your thing. I'll know it when I see it, so thank you. And then you get to work. You start to understand, how do I get more money? How's some ways I could create more money in my life, have more money in the bank? How could I gain more friends? How could I get around more like-minded people? Maybe I'm going to go to a couple of outings or something that has something I like in the name, and so I go there and everybody is just so pumped about it. And I've never even met anybody pumped about the subject before because I thought I was the only one who liked this stuff, but oh my gosh, there's like 20 people here and they're getting me going, and now we're banging off ideas, and all of a sudden you're making new friends and new connections and new, perhaps, potential future business partners. So you don't know what can happen until you start to strategize, and that's when our perspective changes of, you know what? I just might be able to pull this off. I just may be able to do it. And then you get excited about it. Then you start getting motivated about it. Then they're watching and they're going, they're going to town on this. We need to jump in and get that path going for them. And the rest is history. You can tell me about it. So yeah, that's a beautiful kind of energy day to do something like this. So please take advantage of the energy and think about, what would you wish for? What are your 9 wishes? Maybe it's a trip. Maybe it's visiting somebody. Maybe it's seeing somebody. Maybe it's, whatever it is. Write it down and then start strategizing on some of those things that you wrote down. And then maybe even start getting to work on what the strategy said was the first step. Well, I can do that today, so do it. Get excited about it. Potential. Think big for your future. If your dreams don't scare you in life, you're not dreaming big enough. You're minimizing it. You're making it very doable. Or it works with what everybody else thinks I should be doing. But it's thinking big for your future. Seeing the big picture, seeing your potential, understanding your potential, that you're smarter than you think, you're braver than you think. Oh my goodness, you're stronger than you think. And sometimes we have to be pushed to the limit in order for those things to come out in our lives, and we notice it. And sometimes we just demand it of ourselves. So creative and mental powers carry great potential. The plans to expand your horizons need to be underway, and everything will be progressing steadily. Think and plan outside your limitations. Remain open-minded, as there's more possibilities and opportunities than you can see at this point. This could be study, a business venture, travel. Be ready to take on the challenges with a think big attitude. Empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. I kid you not. So the mantra is, my visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. So our perception is we're here. This is where we are. We can't go forward because of A, B, C, D, and E. And all of a sudden, we see past it. We expand our potential in our mind, and therefore, we have that potential going forward. So, empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. My visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. So perhaps you have a glass ceiling. I think we all do. Or we've allowed somebody to put a glass ceiling in place for us, which limits our going forward. But we can break that glass ceiling. We can go for the stars. And today's that kind of energy day. To grow your dreams big, to expect them to manifest in your life, to bring them into your reality, to create the best life possible for you going forward. Absolutely. And our animal today is the raccoon, the inventor. You're going to be a little bit of an inventor today. So decide on what you really want. I actually have goosebumps all over because it's just, all the cards go together. I love that. And that's why I picked from 3 different decks, because, there's just a flow to the information that just can't be mimicked or, you see me shuffle, you see me cut the cards. It's all them. I'm just the messenger. Decide on what you really want. You have the opportunity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many rules. No, you have many roles. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So it says, you've got this. You can do it. You have many roles and you can juggle them well. You might be a mother, a father, a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a co-worker, a boss, a leader, a follower, whatever it may be, right? But we have many hats that we wear each and every day when we start to think of all the things that we do. And then there's the unique us that we have to take care of too, and all of that. So decide what you really want. I think that's the biggie for today. This is a beautiful optimal day. I can't talk at all today. An optimal day to seize the moment. To say, I want this in my life. and then back up from it and start to strategize about it. And understand what is the first step you need to take in order to get to the starting point, perhaps. Maybe there's a little bit of legwork you need to do in order to get to that point, or maybe it's something that you can start today. Either way, it's beautiful energy. You have the ingenuity to claim it. So think about it, okay? You will come up with the ideas. You will come up with the way to go forward. You will come up with the way to claim it as your own. Avoid being the trickster, okay? So, we still have some of that energy where we don't want to be manipulating people, and so that energy is still there. It's just lessening as we're going forward. But so just, keep your integrity in check. Okay, your word is your bond. If you say you're going to do it, then do it. Or don't say you're going to do it. You have many roles and can juggle. So today is a beautiful day. Make those wishes, write them down, start to strategize on what you can do in order to go forward in those steps. And watch the universe, God, your angels, your spirit guide, the cosmos, all come together. That beautiful divine energy to actually clear the path, to bring in what you need in order to be successful. Whether it's people, environments, materials, things, it doesn't matter. And just go forward on the steps that you can take and the steps that you can do, and just watch the magic happen. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.